Hi Durga, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good too, thank you. So, first of all, congratulations to you for getting selected in multiple companies. Would you like to tell us something about these companies and a brief introduction about yourself?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, yeah, myself Durga, and I total have a 6.9 years of experience, IT industry experience. In that, I have both manual plus automation experience. So basically, in the initial day, 1.5 year, I worked as a manual tester, and later I learned the automation technologies like REST Assured, Java, Selenium, and all those. So then after that, I started working on the automation projects. So recently, I started giving the interviews and I got selected in the four top MNCs companies. So from that one of the company I joined last 2 weeks back.
Great,
So yeah, that's it about myself.
wonderful, wonderful. So, you have nearly 7 years of experience. So, in which particular area? Like, is it manual testing? Is it automation? Is it performance testing? Or is it mix of all?
So as I mentioned, initial day I worked with the manual testing. So in the manual testing, I worked only with the SOAP UI. So later, according to like a requirement in the project and all those, I learned the REST assured Java projects and
Mhm,
also Selenium with Java. So from that onwards till now, I'm working with the both technologies, like REST assured and the Java with the Selenium. And for 1 to 2 months, I worked with the WebDriver IO also, but not
mhm,
completely.
mhm. Okay, great. So, you were telling that you have got the job in multiple companies. How did you came to know about these job opportunities? Like on which portal you were applying, and how did you get all this information?
So basically, daily I used to update my LinkedIn and Naukri profile. And
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the every day, either end of the day or in the morning when I'm starting my work, I used to apply for all the companies for which I got the job notification. But most of the calls I got for the interviews from the referral because I got a multiple referral from my college friends from my colleagues like who left the organization earlier or they joined another organization. So from there I got most of the call instead of like LinkedIn, Naukri and other portals.
Mm-hmm. So, can you tell something about how to approach for referrals? Because basically, what happens on LinkedIn, as soon as the people come to know about job opportunity, they'll comment interested, they'll hit likes. And so far, there has been times when we have been telling to the candidates that you should go for a proper referral request. So how should you approach people and what kind of referral request, what all things should be done in the first call itself or maybe first message, what things should be draft?
So basically, we should prepare one proper message in the mail that like what you are looking for, how much experience and hands-on experience do you have in the particular area. Because many job description they have given some technologies and highlighted technologies, right? So we
Hmm.
have to stick to that. Like if you have really worked on that, so you have to mention in the email that I have worked with this much of the experience and I have a hands-on experience and all those things. And if you talk about the referral, so I got like my friend, then friend of friend who are working with the multiple organizations. So I used to get connect with them through like email or the mobile phone. And I'm keep constantly keep asking them whether you have the opening or position for this technology with this much of the experience. So initial days, I was not bothering about like I can say the salary or the
Hmm.
location and all those things. I was just looking for proper technologies and the companies where automation technologies on which I work. So I used to apply over there like with the help of the JD and the all the things.
Mm-hmm. So when you say you used to apply, so how many jobs did you used to apply in a day?
So I can say from the referral, I can say in a week from the referral, I used to get 4 to 5 jobs. I used to send email to them with the
Mhm.
referral. And if you talk about the like LinkedIn, Naukri, and other profiles, so it will get according to notification. Someday, it will get for the 8 to 9, or someday you won't get any notification or any
Mm.
job portal. And also in that case also that is not like necessary you will get the call back from them or they will get back to you. these
Mm,
things will also happen someday, because in when I like started the interview, so initial days, 1 week, 2 week, almost around first 2 week I haven't got any call, but I daily used to apply on the LinkedIn and Naukri. So like
mhm,
later I changed my profile with my notice period and my technologies and proper, like if you work with some particular technology, you have to mention in your LinkedIn profile the proper keyword. Like I work with the Rest Assured, so I mentioned Rest Assured. I work with the Jira and I work with the Maven. So I then updated later. I got to know like how to update and how to give the like traction to the people. Then you will get the call according to that.
mhm. Great, great. Okay, so what was the salary hike that you received with 7 years of experience you have mentioned? So how much was your salary earlier? And tell in the terms of percentage, and now how much you got?
So actually, this was my first switch. I joined one of the organization as a fresher, and over there I worked with the 6.9, whatever, 7 years over there. So this was
Mm-hmm.
my first switch, and according to my first switch, I got like 150 to 180% of hike, and I was holding like four offer letters with
Mm-hmm.
me. So I choose one of them which was comfortable to me and which I want to join. So I joined
Correct.
that organization.
Yeah, yeah, that's great news. 150 to 170% of hike, and that too in this particular time period. What do you feel about the market? Do you think the market is still down? Do you think there are no still jobs available?
I cannot say market is down. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you have like proper contacts or proper persons who can guide you,
Mm-hmm.
so you will get the calls. But as I earlier mentioned, you cannot expect that like from the portals you will get immediate response from there. It will take some time, like 15 days, 20 days, or 1 month also to get back to you from them. But you will get the call definitely, because I was having like 90 days of notice period, so I got much of the calls and I gave much of the interviews. Like I gave face to face of interviews also, because like now all the organizations started work from office, so I gave the multiple like face to face interviews also.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Correct, correct. Okay. So can you share few of the interview questions that you have got from the testing interviews in various companies that you have applied? Let me share my screen. If you can just tell about few of the questions.
Yes, sir. So first of thing, like I'll tell about the Java. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, in the Java, they will ask you about the interfaces. Uh,
Interfaces. Mm-hmm.
yeah, then like a difference between the interfaces and the abstract classes. Then Java 8 features. Like, do you know? Even though if you are not working with that, like, do you have like idea on that? Like, what are the Java 8 features and where we can use that Java 8 features? Uh, then they asked me to write like interfaces structure, like how we can write the interfaces, or like code of the interfaces, sample code of the interfaces. They
Mm-hmm.
have given me one example, and they asked me to write the like interface code. And then again related to generics, like what is the generics we have in the Java,
Mm-hmm.
and they will ask you like some simple Java coding program, like string, substring, and again count the number of the string from the word or something like that.
Okay, so in the string, how many characters are there? Those kind of
Yeah, how many
questions.
character, or they will give the combination of number and character, like how many numbers do you have in that, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then.
Okay. Then about the Selenium, so they asked me to write the code of the open the browser and maximize the browser
Mm-hmm.
for the Selenium. And then how to check the downloaded file at a particular location through the Selenium.
Okay.
And how we can open the URL in incognito mode. Uh, I can say like according to the experience of level and you have whatever you have a hands-on experience, according to that the interview will diverted. Like if you are giving the answer of one of the question you worked on, so according to that the interview will get diverted and the questions will come up on the answer of your previous questions like that. So basically
Mm-hmm.
for the selenium, the in this way because I worked with the multiple things, so it went on the another direction for the interview. So but yeah, so and basic selenium questions, the commands, what you used in the selenium commands, and what is the like difference between the selenium like recent selenium, and so these are the like basic questions. But according to the hands-on experience and the work, according to the project, they will ask about the other questions also. And
Right.
again for
Nice.
the like rest assured API also, they asked me
Mm-hmm.
what methods we have, and they asked me to write the code for the post method in the rest assured.
Okay.
Then what is the difference between put post. Again, also they asked me few SQL queries also, like they have given two tables and all
Mm.
those things according to the question, SQL questions, basic SQL questions.
Basic SQL queries they have asked. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. No
and
worries.
the Git also I mentioned in my resume, so they asked me about the Git also.
About which thing?
Git,
Git. Okay, yeah. Git.
yes,
Yes, definitely. You'll get questions like push, pull, and all these things.
yes, like
Mm.
how to merge the code, how to commit the code, and how you raise a request to like merge your code, and what if you get the conflict, how to resolve the conflict, and again steps to push the code to the get,
Mm.
and how often you use the get, like how often you push your code to the get. Yeah, so this much
Mm-hmm.
I remember now.
Right. Okay, so these are few of the questions that you got in different interviews. Fine. Okay. So, any tips that you would like to share about CV? How many pages of CV should be there? What all things should we include in the CV? Because many a times what happens is people are not getting calls itself, right? So, how can we ensure the CV is correct so that it gets shortlisted and then you have interview calls?
So what I did like in the initial, I was having like 2 page of the CV only. So
Mm-hmm.
initially you have to give like brief your experience, and then according to the project, in the project also you should not mention all the things and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Just you have to highlight the technologies you work, the like I can say tools you have used for that particular technology. Because when you're going to interview, they will basically not you to ask about the project details and all those things. Just they will ask you about the domain, like in which domain and what project you work, but not in the detail. But
Mm-hmm.
they will definitely ask you about whatever project. Suppose you have worked on 4 to 5 project and you have mentioned that in the resume. So according to the project, they will ask you about the like which technology and tools you have used in that project, and why these tools you have chosen, and why this technology you have used about that particular project.
Mm-hmm.
So they should, so no need to give everything in the project. So sorry, in the resume, just you have to give the technologies you used, tools you used, and the just domain you have worked on, and the name of the project on which you work. And
Mm-hmm.
talking about the other part, so you have you can mention if you got any award in your previous company, and also if you have any
Mm-hmm.
certification you did. So as I did the agile certification, so I mentioned that in the
So, from
resume
where
that
did
I
you
work
do
on.
this agile certification?
So internal agile certification. So in the earlier organization, they have like took the session from the other, I can say the
Okay.
Agile team, and it's a paid certification I did for the Agile actually. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it was a part of the company in which you were working earlier, and there they
yeah,
took a
yes,
session for you, and then they give. Okay, okay.
yeah.
Because many a
Actually,
times
it was like third party
uh-huh.
paid certification, but the it was organized by the previous company.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great, great. Mm-hmm. Fine. Okay. Now, how much time should we allocate? Let's say candidates are working or they are studying, right? So, how much time should they allocate to preparing for the interview, giving interviews, applying for jobs? So, what should be the schedule? And accordingly, if you can throw some light on that.
So if you're working, so definitely you will not get time in the working hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because my shift was 11 to 8 working hours. So I used to start study at 9:30. So basically daily I used to give 1 and 1.5 year for the studies. So in that 1 and 1.5 year, it's like you can go through the basic knowledge, because if you're working some of the technologies and you forget some things about the basic, like proper things, like basic questions we forgot to answer in the interview. So I used to prepare in that way. So I go through the basic understanding of the all the things. And also on the weekend also, like I can say I can give the 3 to 4 hours, because while working in the weekdays it is definitely will not get much time to work on. And
Mm-hmm.
also I can say daily one video I was going through yours. Like you have uploaded the interview questions, right? Mock interviews and all those things. So
Mm-hmm.
daily one interview I used to watch about your mock interviews, and from that also I was like writing the questions, which questions will be like most important and something like that. And whenever
Mm-hmm.
you start working, sorry, giving the interviews, you will get the idea like how interviews will, like how questions will become up with you, and how you should prepare for those interviews according to the experience.
Right, right. Great, great. So thank you so much, Durga, for sharing your interview experience and about your success story. Wish you congratulations once again and wish you all the best for your future as well. Right?
Thank you so much, and so
Yeah.
thank you so much for your this initiation. Actually, it
Right,
helped many people to push their confidence and give the interviews. So
right.
thank
Right.
you. Thanks to
Glad,
you
glad.
also.
Yeah. It see the agenda behind starting this channel is was to help the people in getting jobs, software testing, manual testing, automation, whichever jobs they are trying to. So that was the agenda, and I'm happy if it is serving the purpose for what it was started. Right. So thank you so much.
Because you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you so
You
much,
have
sir.
anything?
So because of your mock interviews, we get a next level of the confidence,
Right.
because some people like me who work with the one of the organization for a long period, so they
Hmm.
have some fear of giving the interviews and all those things. So
Mm-hmm.
it helped us a lot in
So
that
you
way
were
also.
working in the past company for how many years?
All the experience, 6.9 years I worked over there. Yeah,
Okay,
and
you were
that
working in
was
that
again I
company.
joined as a fresher. Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Great, great. Okay then. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.